Guys, huge news on the Robert E. Howard front from Heroic Signatures just dropped last night from the Howard days. Guys, this is a must-check video. We're getting everything, and it's coming this year and the next year. Guys, you gotta check this out. Let's hit it. Hello and welcome to World of Conan, and today we are reacting and checking out this video showcasing the upcoming Heroic Signatures Robert E. Howard IP stuff that's coming this year and next year, and it's a lot of good, great stuff, guys. I'm excited. It's huge. It's very huge. You're gonna be very surprised, and this is gonna be fantastic. So guys, without further ado, let's check out this video and let's react to it. Let's talk about it.
Heroic Signatures. I will also mention in passing, they said there were some new toys out from Super 7.
So Super 7 has done these figures before, and we're getting a new wave. Here they are. We got Conan, Thulsa Doom, Valeria in her Valkyrie outfit, and we got Subotai. So for all you guys who love those figures, you're gonna get new ones again, and you can already pre-order them. Also, they're gonna do statues, not Super 7, some other company, those expensive ones probably that cost many hundreds of dollars, if you're looking forward for more of those. Let's go.
And those of you who collect that stuff already know that's already sold out. The pre-orders are sold out. It went in a hurry, but there will probably be more. There's also new collectible statues out. He didn't tell me who they were being made by, but there were new collectible statues out. And then for Conan Exiles, there will now be a new season for Conan Exiles every 4 months.
So, a new season every 4 months for Conan Exiles. So for all you Conan Exiles fans, you are getting a lot more content, it seems. So happy for you. For me personally, it didn't really grab me, so I'm not the survival type game player. I would like a RPG Conan more, but more Conan content, so that's cool. Maybe someday I'll check it out and actually really like it. But anyway, let's move on.
To try and, I guess, make sure everybody has fresh things to play with. So, good to know that. And he wanted to send me the trailer for the TV show.
But
they don't have one yet. So.
This is huge. They almost have a TV trailer for the show. As I'm understanding, for the TV show. I mean, there's no casting even out. I haven't even heard about. I think that's what he's talking about. That's huge. There's almost a TV trailer out for a Conan TV show. That's insane. Insane that they're so close. I didn't think they were that close. That's huge news, guys. Huge news. Right behind the corner.
There we go. Man, you're good. So
and here we go.
About books. For those of you who haven't read it yet, Blood of the Serpent was put out in December. It was the first novel pastiche they did. I actually read it. I actually kind of liked it, and for me to say that is really scary. I could tweak it up some, but that's really surprising. I don't think I've ever read a pastiche I like.
So that's kind of strange for him to say that he actually liked it, even though he doesn't like pastiche novels, because I thought Blood of the Serpent was quite boring. I'm gonna try to power through it, but it's been hard going. It hasn't really grabbed me at all. But the great news is we're getting a new pastiche novel, City of the Dead by John C. Hawking, due October 2023, and that's cool. We get a new author, even though this author has done Conan stuff before, Conan novel before. But we knew, I mean, we get some other guy than SM Sterling because, frankly, I want to see someone else take a crack at this and make an actually really gripping Conan pastiche novel. So that's awesome news in my opinion. Good news.
Also, City of the Dead is coming out soon. They're gonna go back and the 82 Conan tie that they're going to do a new making of book, but they're also going to reprint the novelization that Sprague de Camp and Lynn Carter did.
So this we already talked about in another video from some months ago. They're making a new making of book of the 1982 movie Conan the Barbarian, which I think is fantastic because this is one of my favorite movies of all time, obviously probably some of yours guys as well. So this is awesome. We're gonna get all the details, all new stuff I think as well. So this is gonna be just fantastic and must buy definitely. And they're going to reprint the novelization by DeCamp and Lynn Carter of the movie. Now, before I didn't really think about actually wanting to get the novelization, but I got to thinking that maybe there's elaboration on the talking about God scenes from the movie between Conan and his father and Conan and Subotai, and also more elaboration on the scenes with Thulsa Doom. If that's the case, then I'm actually really interested in checking out the novelization. Yeah, it's probably not that expensive either, so I'm gonna probably check out that novelization as well. So that's cool that they're reprinting it. Really, really good stuff.
So long ago, which is interesting. I assume it's some kind of anniversary thing, yeah. Except it was in '82 and this is 23, so the 41st anniversary is always a big one, right? You know. There's going to be some new...
Yeah, the pandemic probably messed that up. Or I don't know, maybe they didn't get the interviews fast enough for the 40th anniversary. But neither here nor there.
New digital short story starting in 23 with a range of characters. You can read this over my shoulder just like I'm reading it, but... range of characters with well, I will read it then. So Conan, Solomon Kane, Bellet, Elbarock, Bram McMorn, authors Stephen Graham Jones, Jonathan Mayberry, Scott Oden, Laird Barron, and more.
So we're getting completely new digital short stories from all the classic heroes of Robert E. Howard. So I think this is really cool, like new short stories, like not just pastiche novels but short stories from or about these classic characters. So I'm all up for it. I think this is good news, good, more stuff.
That's coming September. They're going to do some classic reprints. I'm not quite sure what they mean by out-of-print novels and short stories, unless they mean the old pastiche work that's still floating out there, or some of the, Lynn Carter, Sprague de Camp, Conan pieces. That may be what they mean.
So he's not confirming it is specifically the pastiche novels, but guys, it can be about anything else because there is only one novel, The Hour of the Dragon by Robert E. Howard, and that, guys, has been in print for forever because basically everything is in public domain. And they're always in print, so this select reprints from the vast library of out of print novels gotta be the pastiche, and I'm all up for it because a lot of those pastiche novels are now out of print, really expensive, and they got some really cool stories in my opinion. One, I think it's called The Grim God Passes, and it's set in Acheron, or it's about Acheron with Conan. So I thought that's like, there's some cool ideas out there and good pastiche novels among all the bad ones as well, so I think that's great. And also they're gonna do them in digital format, it seems, as well, so you can get it probably for much cheaper and faster. So great stuff. I'm all for it.
Jerry will dance. I'm not trying to get your hopes up. Probably so. No, that was books actually. This is comics. I think that's kind of the theory. Omnibus editions, Conan for the Conan the Barbarian Marvel stuff. Bring back the out of print editions in June.
obviously fantastic news for every Conan comic fan. We're gonna get the Marvel stuff. That's some of it's gone out of print again, so we're gonna get that back into print. All the omnibuses, and they're gonna continue that on, obviously, forwards into the future, getting every comic printed in print. I mean, so that's fantastic news for all of us Conan comic fans.
September, they're going to continue the line. New periodicals made.
So this is where another huge bombshell is being dropped. Huge bombshell. Obviously, we get the Conan Free Comic Book Day special, which I'm also getting. I got in touch with a guy, so I'm gonna get that as well and review it. We're gonna obviously get the Conan the Barbarian monthly, that we already knew. But
The 23rd will be a
here's the
Conan
huge
Free
one
Comic
coming.
Book Day special. July, Conan the Barbarian monthly, and this is with their new own company that they have set up to publish Conan, which is called Titan Comics. Well, okay, yeah, that's right. They switched it. Yeah, they're big. And then they're going to also.
And this is where a new huge bombshell is dropping. Huge. This is huge, guys. Big stuff. Awesome stuff.
In 24, they're going to start Savage Sword. Bring that back out. So that'll be interesting.
Just to say, it's going to be real Savage Sword, magazine size, black and white.
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that, guys? It's gonna be just like it was back in the day. It's gonna be magazine sized. It's gonna be in black and white, in the style it was before, not like it was a few years ago. In the classic way, black and white. This is in magazine style. This is fantastic news, guys. We're gonna get this. Gonna get this again. All this stuff again, black and white, which looks great. Just it really black and white really pops with Conan, so that's huge news. That's huge news. And then on to the next bit of news.
Yeah. Stable of characters. And you know, he mentions the long list of characters they have. They do have a big stable of characters. And when he said a lot in development, they've been talking to a major entertainment supplier for a while now, trying to get a television deal done. And it's a challenging thing because they know what they want in a television show, and generally, you know, everything starts with, can you get a good showrunner to manage the thing and write the broad overarching arc and put it together. And the challenge is the really good showrunners want to do their own thing.
Yeah. So they obviously got a lot of characters and they want to push out a lot of stuff for different characters. They want to make TV shows. But the challenge, like he's talking about here, is to find a fantastic showrunner who's willing to stick to the source material, because it seems that a lot of these Hollywood types, go figure, want to just make their own stuff, like they have some better idea than Howard would have had. So they're just gonna take here and take there, and they're gonna just vomit their own stuff all over the place. But no, this is a really commendable by Heroic Signatures. They want to stick true to Robert E. Howard. They want to make a Howard story, Howard-centric story. So they want a showrunner who is committed to being to make the vision Howard's. The vision is that of Howard, and not some mishmash of some weird modern or whatever stuff. So I think that's really commendable. I don't care if it takes longer because of that reason. I so do not care. Make it right or don't make it at all, in my opinion. we already have the Wheel of Time series. You see how they butchered that series. That series. That's I think that's the second fantasy to Lord of the Rings in sales and popularity. I think, at least in sales, a huge series, and they completely butchered that one. And obviously you saw that with Rings of Power, and in my opinion the Witcher series also completely butchered the books. So yeah, it's hard to find an actually decent showrunner committed to actually sticking to the source material. So maybe you gotta take a chance on someone less experienced, but someone with a lot of heart and a lot of eager and passion to make an actually Robert E. Howard style show or movie, because as we see, those who started with a lot of passion for their own project, so they usually made good movies, even though they had small budgets. So there's got to be someone out there who's actually got talent and is actually passionate about Howard stuff, or could be.
Think James Gunn. They want to do their thing. They don't care what the original source material was. They want to do their thing.
Yeah.
Where Heroic Signatures would really like it to be a Howard story.
Yes.
A Howard type of Conan, and that
really commendable.
Becomes a challenge, because then you're asking somebody really good to work in somebody else's domain, and it's hard to get people of that caliber to do that stuff. So they've been challenged to find. They've talked to lots of people, but getting the person they want to move forward is being the biggest challenge at the moment. But there are irons in the fire. So whether when any will ever pop out, we'll have to see.
So that's.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have anything else we were going to do?
Great stuff.
Do we have one more? Oh yeah, one.
So that's it, guys. You can go watch the video. For the rest, they go into they have found a historical item of Howard's, his writing table, which he wrote all the stories on, and they're gonna put that into the Howard Museum. So I think that's fantastic, guys, and that's what the video goes into afterwards, from this point onwards. So you can go check that out. Anyway, thank you the Texas Center for What's Up with Robert E. Howard 2023. Fantastic video, awesome news. So let's recap all these incredible, fantastic news. They were talking about a TV trailer almost being out. That's insane if they're actually talking about the TV series for Conan, because I can't really. That's what I understood. That's huge news. That's insane, incredible. So it's just right around the corner. We had obviously a season for Conan Exiles every 4 months. So that's great news for all you Conan Exiles fans out there. We got the Super 7 figures coming, new wave of those. They look really cool, and statues also coming. That's awesome for all you collectors out there. We have new pastiche novel coming out, City of the Dead by John C. Hawking. That's awesome. More hopefully better stuff than the last pastiche novel, unfortunately, but everything can't be winners. We can't all be fans of everything, in my opinion. So we got the making of, which we knew of. That's fantastic. We got the reprint of the novelization of the movie. So for a couple of reasons, I think that could be interesting. Elaboration on the cool scenes from about Falsa Doom, for example. I think that could be really awesome. Then we have new digital short stories. Now I think this is a really cool idea as well, because pastiche novels can get bogged down in their they can get boring, frankly, or even bad, because they don't know where they're going. So digital short stories could be a really good, fantastic idea for new authors to take their shot and spin, and we could get some really fantastic stories of the Conan universe, of the Howard universe, from many different characters, as it says here. So I'm all for it, guys. I'm not a pastiche hater. Then we have Now this is another fantastic thing. We get reprints of the out of print pastiche novels. That's how I interpret this, and even in digital format, so it's easier to buy and faster. So I think that's a great news for all of us Conan fans, because there's some good stories out there in pastiche land, and some of them are insanely expensive. Now if they would reprint those Death Dealer books, they cost like a few $100. It's insane. Might be cool to read those. Obviously we're getting the omnibuses, and we're continuing on with those. They're going to be back in print, and we're continuing that line, so that's fantastic news for all us great comic fans. And here another clicker for all of us comic fans. Obviously we're getting the Conan Barbarian monthly, but guys, we're gonna get the Savage Sword of Conan, the I don't know what the second coming of it, the redux, the return of the Savage Sword of Conan in actual magazine format, in actual black and white. I'm gonna thinking is it gonna be European style art more, but anyway, it's gonna be in the style of the classic Savage Sword of Conan, as we can see here, and black and white really lends to Conan, in my opinion. It's fantastic. So we're gonna have this awesome idea to have black and white magazine style, as we also have the regular Conan the Barbarian monthly colored color version. So that's incredible, fantastic news. And obviously a lot of TV stuff in the development. Hopefully they're having trouble to find a good showrunner, and hopefully they'll find excellent showrunners who actually care about the source material, and not some pompous, arrogant Hollywood types who just want to make whatever mishmash of whatever stuff and throw anything at the wall and just make something they think modern audiences want to watch. Unlike the thing these actual IPs are built on, you know, the actual characters and their stories, which are magnificent. There's some incredible Howard stories out there. You could easily make incredible adaptations. And that is it, guys, all of the stuff we got here. So what is your opinion on all of this? You guys excited? Like, guys, this is huge news. I'm excited. I'm just gonna can't wait for all the trailers to drop and all the new stuff to come out. It's looking like a great new few years right now, coming for all Conan fans. So all we can hope is also we get some good music for all this different stuff in. It's gonna be hard to find even someone coming even close to Basile Poliadori's music, but you know, one can always dream, one can always hope, and definitely hope they could give crack to some new great composers out there who are inspired by Basile Poliadoris. But anyway, guys, the news absolutely fantastic, guys. What do you guys think? Comment down below. I mean, guys, this is huge, all these news. We got TV shows, we got Savage Sword of Conan coming back, we have pastiche novels, we have trailers, we have all kinds of stuff here. It's nuts. Man, I'll see you guys on the next video. Comment down below. Hail Conan.